She want to talk about everything but what's fucking her up. She does it to me every time. I tell her what's coming. I tell her what's happening. I tell her exactly how it's going to play out. And she sits there. She fights with me about it, tells me what's not going to happen, what's not going to happen. She knows this person. She knows that person. And then the fucking truth comes out. It turns out I was right about everything. And then she gets angry with me. And then starts picking fights with me about stupid shit. That's not my fault. I didn't make this bitch executive over your shit. You did. And you can be frustrated about it. But don't take it the fuck out on me, because I'm not the bitch robbing you. I'm the bitch that's making sure money's staying in your fucking pocket. I'm the bitch that's been providing for us since Naisha started taking your fucking bread. So don't play that. Don't do that. I'm not doing that. You got smoke? Then blow it up that bitch's fucking ass. But you ain't gonna put that shit on me. This bitch has been robbing you for 3 weeks straight. Lying to you. What's really hurting her right now is that I came out in the parking lot and I told her, get your shit together. People are looking at you. Sitting out here crying in the fucking parking lot like a 5-year-old over shit I told you last week. You wouldn't have been side-blinded by the fact that it was Naisha that got the car motherfucking repoed now that you were on the phone with your sister. You shouldn't have been side-blinded by that. I told you that shit a week ago. I put the whole thing together. I connected all the dots. I showed you, which only proves if you're upset about it today that you didn't believe me when I told you last week. Because her sister had said, yeah, well, you know, Naisha is the one that did this and did that. She should have been like, no, my babe told me. Fucking bitch. Well, look, I need to borrow some cash. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew that. So why the fuck are you so upset about it today? And then you want to take it out on me? You fucking right. I walked up on her and told her, get her fucking shit together. You out here crying, wandering around, pacing back and forth in 115 fucking degrees, about to pass the fuck out over some shit you already knew, but you didn't believe me. That ain't my fault. And if you think I'm going to handle you gingerly, no the fuck I'm not. Because nobody else is. Unfortunately, your life has now changed. You are a fucking public figure. You walk out into the street with me and people are recognizing you. Not just because you're with me, they're recognizing you. Get your shit together, babe. Don't ever let these motherfuckers see you sweat. No, get that shit to that whack fucking whale hoe bitch you've been fucking for 11 years, who wasn't even fucking gay, who was using you as a fake baby daddy because the real nigga that fucking knocked her ass up left her and went to fucking prison. Like, I'm not, Like, I don't take the shit that happens in my life and throw it on her. Nothing about my husband, nothing about him stealing from me. We don't talk about that part of my life. I don't bring it because there's enough stress as there is. But if all we're going to do is sit here and coddle you because you don't want to believe that you made some really fucked off choices with the people that you have in your life, then, you know, I got better things to do. When you got fucked over by a piece of shit. Okay, big deal. No, but when we're alone and when we're intimate, you're so much softer and so much nicer. And I'm not going to be that bitch 24 hours a day because I'm not that bitch. If you like the tenderness and all of that, then cherish those moments that I give it to you and move the fuck on. I'm telling you what's happening here. What's happening here is that the stud is realizing that the femme is more butch than her. And I know exactly who it's coming from, so it's cool. It always happens like this. Motherfuckers come into my life and they swear to God they tough and they swear to God they built for it and they swear to God it's this and they swear to God it's that until shit gets fucking real. My husband did the same thing earlier this year when we got a phone call that I didn't bother to publish or tell anybody about. The one thing that my husband hasn't said was that he received anonymous text messages while he was at Dirty Nicky's of all of his family members and all of the children with a warning. Remember when Nikki was talking about people were calling her phone heavy breathing, and then all of a sudden she stopped talking about it? I know who called her, and it wasn't me. I know because the person who called her called me and let me know that they had been warned. And if my husband didn't get his shit together and make himself a non-fucking factor, shit was going to go down. You know? It's always like this. Shit gets real and the motherfuckers get scared and they want to create a fucking thing and run off. And it's like, if you built for it, you built for it. If you're not, you're not. But you're not going to sit here and beat me over the head all fucking day long. That I'm not doing. I got enough on my mind. So, it fucked with her. And I know it did. And then she found out she got robbed. We, like, literally, we saw the video. Jaguar Wright passed away. And then she started making herself busy, and then she went to the ATM to go get the money so we could move to the new hotel. And then she found out Naisha robbed us. Then she tried to get in touch with her daughter, and her daughter has relapsed again because her daughter was on drugs. And her daughter was supposed to have been booking a room for us. So when we got here, her daughter disappeared again. No. While we're sitting in the lobby. We already said that we needed to go take care of it, but we got to get a car. We have this, but we have to get some cash in. We need to make some money this week. And she was banking on she had these 2 checks coming in that was supposed to come in. The one check, Naisha had it rerouted for mail. So the check was mailed to the house. Well, to their apartment. So she has to go back to New Mexico just to get that check, thanks to Naisha. And then Naisha emptied out the bank account. Then she just started having meltdowns and blaming it all on me. I made a phone call, got the money for the room. We in the room. She does this. Every time pressure comes, she wastes 4, 6, 7 hours a day in her fucking feelings and we can be focused on doing shit. Now, meanwhile, all of this is happening, and I'm on the phone having my first conversation about publishing my book with Angela Stanton fucking King. And she's sitting over here falling the fuck apart in the heat. Now, that doesn't seem very fair to me. And yet I stopped talking, made the phone call, took care of everything. And then I said to her, you need to get your emotions in order. How did we get in order? I don't care about no fucking money, girl. And then you can have your room. So I'm trying to show you that regardless of how crazy things are, what you have to do is put on your thinking cap, get out of your emotions, get into the game. We can deal with emotions later. But right now, let's do what we need to deal with. Which is how I know that fucking Naisha bitch is a mess. Because if this was the structure of their home, raising those fucking kids, ain't no problem. Let me keep my mouth shut before I say something else. But ain't no fucking wonder. Loves her to death, but she's extremely immature. And the reason why she's immature is because she's been living with and dealing with a person who is 10 times more immature than her. She's not used to dealing with a real grown adult woman. And I think it pisses her off because she had a certain picture of herself, you know? You know, she's the one that rescues. She's the steady one. She's the this. And now she's with me, and it's the exact opposite. I'm the steady one. I'm the one that's on focus. I'm the one that's on task. She's all over the place, and she hates it. But, you know, you got a clean T-shirt, you got a dingy T-shirt, you got a dirty T-shirt. I got on a fresh white tee. You stand next to me with a dingy T-shirt, it's going to show up. But when you were sitting over there with that fucking slob Naisha, dirty as fuck, you didn't look so bad with your dingy T-shirt. But you got to grow up. So, you know, that's why I called you up, because she was about to push me and I was about to really, really, really act a different way. And I'm like, I don't want to do that, because once you start acting a certain way, you start saying certain things, you can't take those things back. And I don't want to do that with her, because I understand why she's losing her mind. I understand why she's going crazy. I know what it feels like to have your whole world, you know, like turn rancid on you, and you're sitting here being gaslit and fucked with every day. I know what that's like. If anybody understands what that's like, it's me. Look at what my husband did to me. Look at what my family's doing to me, even now, currently. Look at what my ex-husband has done to me. Like, I'm used to this. I know how it works. You know, rather than trusting me that I can help her navigate through all of this and still be able to maintain some sense of a life that she enjoys living, she wants to buck against me and fight against everything that I'm saying, telling me that I'm wrong, and then every time that I'm right, she goes nuts. I told her a week ago, Naisha fucking had this shit done. She had been tracking our movements on the hotel app that we were using. That's why we switched to another hotel that wasn't that. This bitch is I swear to God, I hope a fucking piano falls out the sky. Drops right on that bitch. So yeah, that's where we are. And in about another 30 minutes, if I know her as well as I'm getting to know her, she'll be coming up here, apologizing, telling me she's sorry, thanking me for being patient with her. She a Scorpio, I'm a Taurus. I mean, after she finished yelping about it for 4 or 5 hours, she gets mad at me because when she gets like that, I'm not going to lie, I become very dismissive because I know what it is, I know what it's built on, and I'm not going to give it any energy. I'm not going to add to it. And she gets mad with me because she's used to being like, you know, and I'm not doing that. I'm too old for that shit. I went through that with my husband. I'm not going through that again. Like, I'm trying to implement some healthy ways of coping and dealing with stress. But I am very compassionate. But she's going to need media training. I told her that this week. I told her that we gotta get affairs in order. The first of the month is coming. The Tasha K interview is coming. I do not want any of this playing a factor in that because we have to be on our game. We can't be taken. And it's like I understand how hurt she is, and I want to be there for her. But there has to be a better way of dealing with these things. Like, we can't let curveballs just come and ruin everything. Hey, hello. Yes. Hello. Yes. Hey, what? Look at me. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. You're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. I think we could use some time in some pool. No, so for you to drown me? Hell no. What do you mean for me to drown?